What's going on, guys? I'm Ritchie, and today I'm joined with Panda doing the first of our many top 10 as a new series. So this episode is going to be our top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time.
Yeah.
It's a big list, but I'm going to start with my number 10, and my number 10 is Electivire. I've been using him quite a lot recently, but he just looks amazing, and every time I've ever used him, he's performed like a beast. He's just done so well for me, and he just looks so cool. That's kind of the main reason for a lot of these. They just look awesome, and he's just one of my favorites. Definitely my favorite electric type. So Panda, what is your number 10?
So, for my number 10, I went with the Weavile. He's just really fast, and he hits like a truck when he does hit. Or, he does hit all the time, but he hits like a truck. Sadly, his competitive moveset isn't the greatest, since he doesn't get a lot of variety. But, I mean, he's still fast, and he hits like a truck. And he's one of the great ice types, in my opinion, so he's number 10 on my list.
So, now we're at number 9. Now, my number 9 is Porygon
Number
Z.
9.
So, my number 9 is Porygon Z. Porygon Z, everyone knows the Porygon Z just looks so cool. It's like a toy you'd have when you're a child. That's what it looks like, and it just looks so cool. And it's a very, odd Pokemon, but it's really powerful. It can do some incredible things.
Oh yeah, try attack,
stab, awesome. So I really enjoy.
Doesn't he get
Porygon Z.
adaptability too?
Adaptability as well. So imagine he having Mega. That'd be so cool.
Be too OP. It'd be Ubers like
What's
right
your
away.
Number 9?
My number 9 is Empoleon because it's Empoleon. It's from 4th gen, one of my favorite gen. He's one of my favorite starters out of all time. I really love the water type, and he's a penguin. He's just waddling at you.
He's a penguin. That's what you need to say.
Alright,
So-
what do you got for your number 8?
Number 8. Right. Well, my number 8 is a much more recent Pokemon. It is Greninja.
Hey.
Everybody knows Greninja is OP as hell.
There's a
There's
reason.
a reason why he's an Uber. His Protean ability just makes him so overpowered. And I just absolutely love using Greninja, as well as the fact that he's like a frog ninja.
Ninja, like a ninja
It's
Pokemon.
like a Ninja Turtle. It's like a Ninja Turtle, but he's the Pokemon version, and he's like a Water Dark, but he's not Water Dark.
He's
because
not
he
a
can
turtle.
Become a Poison type, he can become a Grass type. He's just amazing. He just is OP. And yeah, I really enjoy using him, and I really enjoy staring at him too. He's beautiful.
Okay. My number 8 is Floatzel, and I don't know why. I just have a thing for Floatzel. Like, I picked him in Pokemon Fight Club. I just remember when I was doing the game 4th gen for the first time, I could not get past the water gym because of the freaking Floatzel. I don't know. I just really like Floatzel.
Well, Floatzel is pretty awesome.
Solid explanation. Okay, number 7 for you.
My number 7 is Sudowoodo, because he just looks so cool. If you guys have seen Pokemon Origins, way back when I started with a Sudowoodo, and he was so swag in MLG, with his fedora and everything. I'm pretty sure you guys have
Yes,
seen the
Sudowoodo
episode
has
1.
a fedora.
If you haven't seen the episode 1, go check out the thumbnail. I think it was episode 1 at least.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, so yeah, I love Sudowoodo. He just looks so cool. He's not exactly the most strong Pokemon.
I mean, he
but
could be.
He can be used very, very strong. He can be. Takes a hit decently, I guess. His defense isn't the best, but he can take a hit, and he fights decently. He's what, NU? I think he's an NU Pokemon, so in NU he's very good. So yeah, mine is Sudowoodo. And what is yours?
So my number 7, some people might actually get upset about this.
Come at me.
Yeah, Ritchie. So I got Lucario number 7, and Lucario is definitely up on this list for sure. He's pretty much has a guaranteed spot no matter what. Just because it's Lucario, like, how can you not like a Lucario? Like, if
Everyone
you
likes Lucario.
just look at Lucario, how do you not like him? But I did have to move him back a little bit because I got a couple more favorites. And you guys will probably yell at me in the comments for it. But anyways, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is one of my flag Pokemon. It's Octillery. Everyone knows I love Octillery. Swagtillery is he just looks, I don't know why. He's an octopus, but he just looks so cool.
It's just an octopus.
Like King Swagtillery, he just looks so cool. And I mean, competitively, he's not the greatest. He's an NU as well, but he can actually do some damage when you choice band Octillery. No, not choice band. Choice specs. You choice specs him. Hydro Pump. That's gonna do some serious damage. And 7 out of 10 times he can take a hit. Electric Grass, maybe not. Anything else, he could take the hit. So, pretty decent Pokemon, but I just love the way he looks, to be honest. He's just cool.
Yeah, so I
What is
guess
your
we'll just
number
let
6?
Richie have that. And then we'll just completely embarrass him because my next number 6 will completely body his Octillery. It's Swellow. Flame Orb Gut Swellow with Facade. You're not living. You're not living. Swellow is he just looks like an amazing Pokemon. I just love Swellow so much. He's definitely like one of my favorites, and yeah, he's just, I don't know, he's just one of my best choices that I've had in previous games as well. So I really like Swellow. He has a special place in my heart.
That is fair enough. Moving on to number 5 is another Pokemon that I really very much enjoy. It is Infernape. Something that I started with in my new Pokemon X Fairy Tail series. Well, I started with a Chimchar, but it's going to make its way up to Infernape, and Infernape is just so cool. Gen 4, I love Gen 4, definitely one of my favorites.
Gen 4.
Always pick Chimchar as my star, because I love Infernape. I'd assume you pick Piplup, or do you kind of mix between because you like Infernape as well?
I like all of them.
Everyone likes Infernape. They're really good, ain't they?
Like, it's so, that's the only gen I've ever had problems picking my starter in.
Gen 4 is just really good, but
Infernape
love
is
him.
my favorite
It's
though. He
amazing.
has to be my favorite.
Firefighting, he's a monkey.
He's a
I love
monkey. That's all you
monkeys.
gotta say. Just he's a monkey.
He's a monkey. So now moving on to Panda's number 5.
Number 5, I got Dialga, and Dialga was actually, when I was a little kid, he was my first level 100. So I guess that's what kind of secures his place in my heart. He's been one of my favorite Pokemon pretty much since he was released. Like right when I saw him, he was my favorite. So I can't really step down Dialga too much. Like he's probably one of the most solid Pokemon that I like the most. If that makes sense.
It does, and he's Pokemon Diamond's flagship legendary. So
Oh yeah, Pokemon Diamond. That was my
That-
first game I really went ham in on Pokemon. That's the first time I was trying competitive battling and stuff.
it was like one of the best.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna move on to number 4, which for me it is Toxicroak.
Yeah,
Which might be a
Toxicroak
bit weird
is
for some
amazing.
people, but Toxicroak just looks so cool. I remember Brock's Krogunk. Toxicroak's just fighting poison. It looks cool. I don't know why. I don't really have a good reason. I just like it. Okay, it's like a fighting. He's like Greninja, but he's like a fighting frog. That's not a ninja. He's just fighting, and it's just cool. Okay, I just like it. Deal with it. Agree with me, please. What is your number 4?
Number 4, I got Cuddlekins, Groudon. Now he used to not be on my top 10, but as soon as Egglock Season 1, he has definitely secured that place. I don't know, Cuddlekins is just, he's become like a mascot in an unofficial way of my channel. And I don't know, I feel like Cuddlekins, a lot of you guys know Cuddlekins, and you guys love
Won you your first
Cuddlekins.
tournament.
What?
He won you your first tournament. So.
He did. I was like the first person to ever knock off Xylo in a tournament before. So I mean, Cuddlekins mainly did that for me. So he has to be on this list.
Now we're gonna move on to number 3, which for me it is Arcanine. Now there's an interesting story about Arcanine because Arcanine was supposed to be a legendary Pokemon,
He was.
but apparently he didn't make it for some reason, and I don't know why. But he's still really, really strong. Very fast when he wants to be.
When he wants to.
Very, very strong.
You give him the right dog
hit
food, he'll
hard.
go.
He's what? What is he? OU? UU? He's UU.
He should be OU. If he's not OU, I don't know what's.
OU. I think he's UU, but he probably should be OU. Very strong, and he just looks so cool. I remember the first time seeing him in like the first season of the anime, and what he was with.
Didn't Officer
Jenny
have him?
Officer Jenny had an Arcanine. He's just so cool. Just so cool. So I love Arcanine. Great Pokemon. One of the first ones that I really looked up to. So yeah, Arcanine. And what is your number 3?
My number 3 is
this one.
Infernape. So yeah, like Richie said, he's just probably the best starter, and probably the starter that most people picked from Gen 4. And he was the one that
Definitely
really,
best starter.
yeah, he was definitely the one that made things difficult for choosing who you want to pick in Gen 4. Cause I don't know, for me, I loved all 4 of them, or all 4 of them. Oh whoa,
All 4.
I loved all 3 of them, and they were, I don't know. Infernape usually did get my heart though, he's a monkey. You can't say no to a monkey.
He just is a monkey.
You ever see a monkey when you say no to it? It's not fun.
Definitely not. So now we have number 2, which for me is another one of my flagship Pokemon. It is Suicune. love Suicune. He just looks amazing, and like, I remember when I first seen his model on Pixelmon. Damn, that was like one of the best models ever to be on Pixelmon at the time.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that model was incredible. When they added the 3 dogs, Suicune's was the best by far. It just looked amazing. Suicune, it's a Suicune. It's bulky. It's strong. All legendaries are strong, but it just probably, I don't know. I think Raikou is the weakest of the 3 dogs.
I don't know about
But-
that.
I don't know. I think Suicune is the best one for sure. Definitely think Suicune is the best. In my opinion at least. But I just love Suicune. He's beautiful, and I remember watching him in the, I want to say the 4th movie. I think it was the 4th movie.
I don't know what
Where,
movie it
like,
was, but I know what you're talking
Suicune
about.
comes to save the day. I think it was the 4th one. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But yeah, I love Suicune. And Panda's number 2, I believe, is another legendary. So tell us all about it.
My number 2 is Mew, because Mew was
Mew.
what did they say about him? They say he's like the grandfather of all Pokemon, right? Is that what they say? He's
Yeah, I
like
think
the
so.
first Pokemon supposedly. Like
First,
he,
like, legendary, the first all-powerful Pokemon.
yeah, and then the clone Mewtwo, of course. Like he was powerful enough to get a clone Pokemon. No one else has got that. A clone
No.
of them.
But like, Mew's just like the one.
Mew can learn like any move too, and Mew's just really good. And he should be Ubers, but I mean I'm not gonna complain because I got him in Pokemon Fight Club as OU, so I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, he should be Ubers. You can do anything with him.
Literally anything.
He can be bulky, he can be attacking, he can be special attacking.
100
he can be
base
fast.
stats on every stat.
So he can literally do anything.
Yep.
How he's not an Uber, I don't know. But now we're on the number 1s. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason why I'd hate Panda for being Lucario at number 7 is because Lucario is my number 1. He is my flagship Pokemon. You'll see him in my icon. I love Lucario. I love the I think it's the 8th movie. Pretty certain it's either the 8th or the 9th movie. The Lucario movie with the Mystery of Mew. That's a great movie. Amazing. I loved that movie. I loved the Gen 4. I just love Gen 4, and he came in Gen 4. And he just looks so cool. And he's so loyal as well. From the movie, he's just so loyal. I just love Lucario.
Yeah,
Fighting
Lucario is
type.
definitely awesome, but I could not put him above Swallow-Dog or Groudon, Infernape, or Mew.
But who's number 1?
My number 1 choice is Staraptor. So you can find him in my icon as well, and he's also from 4th Gen. Right?
4th Gen was just amazing.
Yeah, he is from 4th Gen. Okay, so I remember in the game I caught a Starly, kind of just to have him. I was gonna get rid of him pretty much as soon as I found something better, but I never did end up finding something better. So I don't know. Staraptor's just always been that powerful Pokemon I could rely on, and he's looks amazing with that little hair, his stylish hair. So I mean, Staraptor is definitely my number 1 Pokemon.
He is quite amazing. I can't disagree with Staraptor being number 1.
He's
I
not
do
even on your
enjoy
list.
Myself as Staraptor. He's not on my list, but we're different people. But I can see why he's on your list. I
Oh, yeah.
understand that. He's a beast. I love Staraptor. He's a great Pokemon. But anyway, guys, that's been our top 10 favorite Pokemon. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and leave a comment saying #ItsPandy for more Pandy top 10s. And we've got Pixelmon Survival and other things coming very, very soon. Pandy is returning. We're going to take over the world. Let's get that
#is
trending.
Bandy World Takeover.
So yeah, leave that in the comments and we'll see you guys in another video.
See ya.